everybody, back to the channel and podding with Kaz and Dave.
So what are we doing?
What are we? Well, this is it. What are we doing? So where are we, Kaz?
We're currently at the Grand Villa Heights Hotel at Ravenskar.
Yes. So we've decided to come away for the weekend. So we're not in the Swift base camp too.
We did, but only because of the weather. Because it was predicted 25 to 30 mile an hour winds, torrential rain, and in all fairness, we didn't want the base camp to get blown off a cliff. So we thought better of it. And then we thought, well, why not expand our horizons slightly?
Oh, excuse me.
And go with a hotel review instead. So that's what I did. So I booked it on booking.com. There are other reputable sites as well that you can use. However, we wanted to go to the Robin's Hood Victorian weekend because it's the last of the weekends that are being run currently because they couldn't, unfortunately, find anyone to take it over. So after 30 years of doing this particular weekend, this was the last one. So do catch our vlog.
Yes, and that will be out in another video soon. And also the review of this hotel. So, got a couple of shout-outs, haven't we?
We have. So, we got recognised whilst in Robin Hood's Bay. And so we'd like to say a big shout out to...
Julie and Dave. Great name, that, Dave. We had a chat with them for...
We did, and they looked absolutely brilliant in their costumes. They had full Victorian costume on, absolutely fabulous. They'd come out in their caravan. They had braved it. We were slightly more cowardy, however. So we decided to do a hotel stay instead. Talking of which, we would also like to do a big shout out to...
Shelley.
She is the head gardener at you have got a good cough going on. What was I saying? Yeah, she's head gardener at the Grand Villa Heights Hotel at Ravenskar.
And she gave us an amazing tour, didn't she?
And she really did. We got to see totally some of the new renovations that they've done. Now, they have got rid of their pool. We haven't seen a gym at all either.
You mean after I bought my budgie smugglers to go swimming? They've took the pool out.
To see that. No.
And I was going to do an exclusive video as well.
Yeah, nobody needs to see that. No. So needless to say, what they have renovated it to is absolutely gorgeous. So anyone out there who's wanting to book a wedding venue with the most amazing, and I do mean amazing, venue, then book here because wow. And not only have they got one venue, they have two.
Let's not go into too much detail because that's another video altogether.
It is.
And we don't want to spoil it.
No, true. So no spoiler alerts.
No.
But yeah, absolutely amazing. Check out our vlog.
Yes, that's coming out in the next couple of weeks. The next one will be Robin Hood's Bay.
Yes.
After this podcast. We'll do another podcast next Sunday running up to the big day of Christmas. So.
We will, but we will also run through what we've done to shut our base camp down for the winter. So we will reiterate what we've done, just in case you missed it.
So, guess what? I've done another poll. I know you like my polls. You love my polls. So on YouTube, I've done a poll.
Go on.
And the question is, guys, we want to go away for some winter sun in February. Or we were thinking about it.
We're hoping to.
So, the question I asked, should we go to Benidorm or Tenerife? And so, Benidorm, we've never been. Tenerife, we've never been.
No.
But
this is February, bear in mind.
Yeah.
So when I googled what's the weather like in Benidorm in February, not so good. Highs of only like about 14, lows of 6. When I googled Tenerife, it did say sort of lows of about 16, highs of like 24. So I thought, way better. But what's your poll said?
Well, it's actually come out as 100%, so everybody who's voted has said Tenerife, which I'm a bit surprised that Benidorm,
Didn't score anything.
yeah, didn't score anything. And I don't know why, but all the videos we watch, Yorkshire Lee, who goes to Benidorm quite a lot, and
An awful lot.
And to me, it looks like a Spanish version of Blackpool. Controversial or what?
Yeah, but in all fairness,
With a bit of sun.
everybody who's gone to Benidorm with a view to not liking it, and this does include Christopher of St. Christopher of Atlantis,
Yeah.
has changed their opinion of it. So watch this space. We may or may not in the future visit Benidorm just so we can check it out, see what we think.
So, you'll be pleased to know we're not doing any politics or budget talk.
No, we're tired of that.
That's all
That's
gone. That's all gone. So, we thought, obviously, it's close season, but there are still people out there going out in their caravans. The weather's a bit hit and miss. You know, we would have come away for this particular weekend, but we've had storms. But today's been madly wild.
And unfortunately, you can't predict the weather. Ironically, whilst we've been at Robin Hood's Bay, the weather wasn't too bad. So whether that's because it's sheltered in a little bay, I don't know. But we didn't want to risk trying to tow our base camp with the winds being quite as it was forecast for 25 to 30 miles an hour. I wasn't really comfortable with towing with that, to be honest, because it does blow the caravans about. It does feel the pull on the car, pulling you side to side.
Just changing the subject a little bit.
God,
and then this nice. Look at that for a bottle of water they give you. Complimentary.
It is. We got 2.
I got 2. Yeah,
got 2.
Very nice. I'm very impressed with that. Anyway, so I thought I've been doing a bit of Googling and whatnot, and I went on the Caravan and Motorhome Club website.
Okay.
And there's apparently there's top 20 caravanning questions that I'd say mainly newbies ask like ourselves, because we've only been caravanning a year.
Yeah.
So I thought some of the questions...
Still hasn't been a year though.
No, it hasn't quite been a year.
Not quite.
Some of the questions are quite interesting, but I thought we'd put a basic to beyond slant on it.
So this isn't professional advice. This is just our advice. So any trolls out there who turn around and go, "Oh, don't recommend that," and "Oh, you shouldn't be saying that," and all this, right? No, this is our opinion. This is what we've done.
From a newbie.
This is what we've experienced as new caravan owners, and this is what we have done. We are not recommending anybody does it. We're just saying we did this. That's it.
So, the first question, and this is more relevant to yourself.
Oh, God. Right,
is number 1. I am considering buying a caravan, but never towed before. What is your advice to beginners? So, this is the Caravan and Motorhome Club answer. So, I'll just give you a bit what they're saying. So, towing is not a difficult skill to acquire and can be picked up quite quickly through practice on your own. However, there are many new activities you will probably learn more quickly with some tuition. So book yourself onto the club. Oh, well, a bit of an advert here. The club's practical caravanning course. Now, what's your thoughts on that, Kaz?
In all fairness, I did think maybe go on a course, and then I saw how much it cost, and I was like, can't afford it. Not when I was buying a caravan, and we made the rookie mistake of not knowing the tow restriction of our car, well, your car, and then having to go out and buy a new car to tow said caravan. So I ended up not being able to afford it. Some of the courses are near or around £300, which is a lot. And especially if you don't have a spare £300 after you've just bought a caravan. So what we did, and this is what we did, so please don't, criticise. I am recommending a course. However, this is what we did because we couldn't afford one. So we went out to a quiet industrial estate that we knew that was just down the road. We went out during a quiet period, not during rush hour or school runs or anything like that. And we went out on a quiet Sunday afternoon, didn't we? And we drove around this industrial estate.
We practiced towing as well, didn't we?
Yeah, and you can catch that on our vlog, which is the very first vlog that we did. Plus, the second vlog that we did was how to reverse a caravan. So we did that, and we did it numerous times, and we practiced numerous times, as per the Caravan and Motorhome suggestion. And yeah, we started to master it. And when we felt confident enough, we then went out to our first site. But I only did it once I felt confident enough. If you don't feel confident, I wouldn't recommend going out because it is very, very scary. It's I wouldn't recommend certain sat-nav programs or apps. I would stick with Google Maps because they tend to go on all the motorways and A roads, which are your safer bets. Because we did make the mistake of using a different app. I won't say which one. However, it took us down some very, very narrow one-way country lanes with very tiny passing places that you couldn't pass whilst towing a caravan.
But the main thing is if you're very new...
If you're very new, stick
practice.
to a really basic route. But go practice first and do not go out on the road until you feel 100% confident with the small little practice area that you're doing in the first place.
Early Sunday morning.
Yeah, early Sunday morning
Before
tends to be a good one. Yeah, before 10 o'clock, before everybody starts waking up and going to the shops. Yeah.
Practice the roundabouts, things like that, traffic lights.
Yeah, because you do have to steer slightly extra round. A bit like when you see lorries and buses do it. You do have to. Otherwise, your caravan's going to be up a curve.
Incidentally, that is still our most popular video.
It is.
So go and have a watch of it if you look in our video library. Go and have a look.
Yeah. Check it out.
And it is, I think we'd had the caravan a couple of days.
We had the caravan a couple of days.
It's well worth, as newbies, obviously, and read the comments as well. There's plenty of comments to sort of cover that. I mean, another question on here relating to towing is the mirrors. Do I need to use towing mirrors? And the Caravan and Motorhome Club say almost certainly yes. But from a practical point of view, yes, you need mirrors, but we find them useless.
No, not really. I do find them helpful. I do, in all fairness, because I'm so used to using the car mirrors.
You've actually said the car mirrors are better than the extended
I
mirrors.
do find that they make things seem more close with the car mirrors. Whereas the caravan mirrors, they are supposed to be more magnified. But if I want to see how much traffic I'm holding up, they're quite good for that. Because they can see around past the end of the caravan and see the 10-mile tailback that you've got. Although my driving has improved and speed has improved. So I no longer have 10-mile tailbacks. So, yeah. But, yeah, I would say it's a necessity.
It's a legal requirement, I think, and you need them. However, there are different types. You've got types like we've got where
hook them on.
You've got like brackets, you hook them on, screw them down. Obviously, make sure they're fitted correctly. You get ones that sort of fit on with a strap kind of thing, which don't look that secure.
Sorry, couldn't resist.
Yeah, I talk a lot with my hands.
You do.
Straps. Yeah. And also on the Caravan and Motorhome Club, they'd say you even need them if you've got a 4x4 as well. So
Yeah.
they are important. I must admit, when I've towed, I found them useless personally, but that's just my opinion.
I don't let them drive very often.
I'm not
so
encouraging anybody not to have them because you do need them. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it.
Yeah, which is why I don't let him drive very often.
Now, as you've probably all noticed in the videos, Caroline does all the driving.
Only because I'm travel sick and I can't stand his driving.
Yeah. There was another question. I'll just see if I can find it on the tow bar. What sort of tow bar is recommended?
There was one where it said about weight. How do you check your weight for when you're towing? Look in your logbook. In your logbook, it'll say a towing weight. It'll say maximum load bearing or whatever, however it's pronounced, and check that. We didn't do that because we didn't know to do that. So we just assumed a 1.6 automatic diesel Citroen Cactus was going to tow our caravan. However, we didn't know about the restriction that Citroen do on said Cactus. So as it turned out, we ended up getting a 1.5 Ford C-Max automatic. Is it diesel?
Ours is diesel, yeah.
Diesel.
Yeah, it's diesel.
So actually we got a lesser powered engine, but it wasn't restricted, so therefore it could pull the base camp. Yeah, makes no sense. However, it was to do with the emissions and the tax laws and all the rest of it. So hence why we ended up having to buy another car.
Right, so on the tow bar front as well, you have got different types. You got ones you can detach.
Yes, you have.
As well. Always remember it's a 13-pin plug, not a 7. 7's for trailers, and the 13 actually switches on your fridge, I think.
Yeah, it covers everything basically that you have. It covers your caravan lights. It covers your fridge, and if if you're having to transport food.
Well,
it covers the indicators, brake lights. It covers everything really.
So, just because we're tight on time, is fire. What precautions should you take to prevent fire?
Well, there's automatically fitted a carbon monoxide detector, a smoke alarm, and we bought a fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
So, and a first aid kit. There you go.
Just remember, if you get a fire extinguisher, it should be checked every year, and every 5 years it should be discharged and refilled. So just get a new one.
Yeah.
Our caravan, which we've recently found out, our smoke detector is actually connected to the main alarm, so it doesn't have a 9-volt battery like a lot of people. A few sarky comments
about how do you not know how to change a battery in a smoke alarm? But it's not a standard smoke alarm.
And I assumed, because everybody's got in this particular group got a Swift base camp, they automatically knew. So they made an assumption. I made an assumption, which were both wrong. The battery is actually something about that big. You plug in and it charges.
And it cost about 60 quid.
Yes. So the safety features are there for a reason, and it's important to maintain them, and also it might be worth having a fire blanket as well.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, what we've decided is it's not urgent. We're not using it for the winter, so it doesn't need replacing straight away. So, sort of nearer the time when we start reusing the caravan, we'll just get that done first before we start going out again.
Yeah. And just one last thing about the refrigerator. Does it run on long journeys?
When you have the 13-pin plug, obviously we have the fridge plugged in. You can have it done. You can also run it on gas if you want to. I don't think solar power really has enough to be able to do that.
Gas is recommended when you're driving.
Not when you're driving, no.
So what we do is, because we've got ours on our drive, we plug it in beforehand.
We do.
I run it for an hour or two to get it down to temperature. You load it.
Yeah.
And then we
plug it into the car and switch it back on.
Away go. Now, I'm not sure if it comes on properly or not while we're driving.
But it does say stay cool enough until we've got where we need.
Yeah, and that's what we do. So
obviously, if we were driving abroad, we would change that to check to make sure it was on. If we were going abroad, but in all fairness, if you're going abroad, don't bother stocking your fridge up. Do it when you get abroad.
Right, so we've got a couple more questions. Will my television function abroad? Now, in our TV, it's not a 12-volt one, it's a standard house one, isn't it?
It is.
So, what the Caravan and Motorhome Club say, the UK's transmission technology is one of the more advanced in Europe, meaning that digital televisions tend to intended only for use in the UK may not be able to receive terrestrial signals in some other countries. I haven't got my glasses on, folks. I do apologise. I'm like, whoa.
Did you not bring any glasses?
I've left them over there. I have got them.
What a wally.
What a wally, I know. I know. So, to be fair, when we go away anywhere, we tend to stream everything, don't we?
We do. We stream everything.
Yeah, we watch.
So it doesn't really matter.
Prime and Netflix. So, I mean, we went to one site and it was absolutely tipping it down all weekend, and we binged that Reacher.
Yes, we did.
We binged Reacher, didn't we?
We did.
We just watched...
In all fairness, we've been to hotels abroad and they can't get off the terrestrial channels, and a lot of them are foreign anyway, so you can't understand a word they're saying anyway. So we just stream everything. It's easier.
Yeah. Another question here on how do I know what appliances I can use on a mains hookup? Well, if you plug it in and everything trips out, you know you can't use it.
Yeah.
I don't want...
Don't switch everything on at once.
Yeah.
So, don't have your partner with the straightness or the hairdryer and then put the kettle on and have the television on and then put the heating on. So,
well, you've got a portable heater, which is absolutely bang on. It heats the caravan and the awning when we have it, and we've used it in the dead of winter. However, when that's on, I can't put the kettle on.
No. Unfortunately.
And have the telly on. So it...
no. So that's why we tend to stream on the iPad if we're in the awning, because we've got the heater on in the awning, but we have to switch the heater off in order to boil the kettle and then switch the heater back on once the kettle's boiled.
Yeah, all good. But it's a really good heater.
It is.
Does the job. It does the job. So let's just have a look. Does the club recommend the use of covers to protect the caravan from weather during the winter? And they recommend a polythene or tarpaulin sheet. A polythene or tarpaulin sheet shouldn't be used to seal the caravan. Well, to be honest with you,
your caravan's built for the weather. Why do you need to cover it?
Yeah, would you cover your car?
No.
Exactly.
You're going to get condensation build up.
I mean, what we're lucky. We can have it on the drive.
Yeah.
I have the battery still connected, and we are now using the caravan as a studio to do our vlogs and podcasts.
Yes.
So every week,
apart from today.
Yeah, and every weekend I switch it on anyway.
You do.
So I run it up. I open the door for a bit, let the air flow, close it up, put the heating on, warm it up, and we did that all through last winter or through this year, January, February, and when we had our survey,
yes,
we had no problems with damp or anything.
We had zero problems with damp.
Yeah, so I don't feel the need why you need to cover it.
No. We don't even cover it when we're travelling.
And if you maintain it, keep it clean,
yeah,
wash it, keep the green off it.
We've got a special solution that we got from Halfords for getting the scratches off the windows.
Yeah.
So, do we need to use anything else? Not really, no. We don't tend to use anything else. We don't feel the need to. We don't feel the need to put some expensive covers on it because, if a stone's going to hit it and crack the window, I don't think a flimsy bit of material is going to stop it cracking a window if a stone's going to fly at it at 60 mile an hour.
Yeah. I mean, it obviously depends where you store it, But it's like
I
anything.
understand if people are storing it, if they want to do that.
But you want the airflow to get in, don't you?
That's the thing. I'd want the airflow to get
Yeah.
in. I wouldn't want the condensation.
You don't want the tarpaulin coming down, so it stops the vents
doing their job.
that are under your seats from
Yeah.
allowing the air to go through. So you want to keep that vent
Yeah,
out.
because you don't want to seal any moisture in, do you, really?
That's where you get your mould, etc. But for me, it's like your car. I wouldn't cover my car.
Well, no, that's how we approach it.
Yeah.
Would I cover my car? No, not really.
Yeah.
So.
Well, what do you think, guys?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, yeah, do tell us. I mean, like we said, we don't know everything.
No.
And this is literally our opinion. This is what we do. It's not what we're recommending. So, yeah, I mean, if you know a better way or you think, actually, we're talking the right load of guff and you'd actually should do this, then that's fine.
What do you mean talking a load of guff? When I'm right, I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't cover the caravan with a tarpaulin or a bit of tatty plastic.
No, I wouldn't.
So, yeah, well, that's...
But you wouldn't buy tatty plastic for your caravan anyway.
Well, I would. Yeah, so these are some of the questions. They're on the Caravan and Motorhome Club website.
So, come on, Bood.
You can have
what else?
Let's have a look. God, we've mentioned batteries. Okay, what advantages does a leisure battery have over a car battery for use in a caravan? And what they've said, an automotive battery is designed to supply a high current for a short period of time. And with a leisure, I thought leisure was 24 volt as well.
I have absolutely no idea. You're asking the wrong person.
I think it's more robust. But been watching some YouTube videos on lithium batteries.
That seems to be the recommended way to go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you still get issues and everything with lithium. But
get issues with batteries in general.
Yeah, they seem to be the future,
they seem to be longer lasting.
I suppose solid state. If they bring out solid state, it'll be even better. So that's maybe a future thing. But again, it's like if you own a motorcycle or anything, if you use your motorcycle only in the summer and you leave your motorcycle stored and you leave the battery on it, it is going to drain down with the cold and everything. Yes. It naturally does that. So you probably notice with your mobile phone, if you're out in the cold, it drains really quickly. Mm-hmm. So again, it's all about keeping it maintained.
If you keep something well maintained,
take it off in the winter, keep it charged.
If you do what you think you should do and keep it well maintained, it usually lasts longer anyway, let's face it. If you misuse something or abuse it or neglect it, it's not going to last, is it?
Yeah.
So, common sense needs to prevail, although not that common.
Yeah, so what plans have we got for next year?
So, plans for next year, we are hoping to go at some point in the summer to the Isle of Man, aren't we? We'd like to go to the Isle of Man.
The TTs?
Not necessarily the TTs. Might be a little bit busy then.
Yes.
Yeah. Might that I think that's an event you need to book like a year in advance for.
I would like you to have a go at getting on a ferry with a caravan.
Why me?
Because you're the driver.
Why not?
I mean, all our viewers expect you to do the driving.
I
don't think anybody wants to see me tow a caravan.
No, I don't want to see you tow a caravan either. No, have you seen his reversing? It's absolutely double. He can't even park straight in a car parking space. He needs to retake his test.
Look, as long as you get between the two
lines. If you retook
lines.
your test now, you'd fail.
If you get between the two lines.
Seriously. It's not between the two lines. You're usually on it in a squiff motion from one side to the other.
It's all lies.
I'm not even exaggerating. However, any more questions?
Yeah, if you have any questions at all, please drop us a comment.
Yes.
Below and let us know if you have any questions at all, any subjects. It hasn't just got to be about caravanning. It could
It
be.
can be about hotel stays that we've previously done, holidays abroad that we've gone to. So places we've been to so far have been Crete, Berlin. Where else did we go? Dubrovnik,
Sicily.
Sicily.
I'm never going back to Sicily.
Because you had a run in with a mafia member.
So this is a true story, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
This is a true story.
Don't argue with a local.
We went to Sicily, the southern bit of Sicily.
We did.
And I actually thought all the talk of the mafia was for movies. I didn't think it was real. And we went to a place called Medina, which is famous for chocolate, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Now, parking, a lot of the parking over there is...
Just find a space and park in it.
Yeah, so we parked...
In a space where we just
It looked like
park in
outside a bank or something, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
But it wasn't. And just like you see in the movies, there was a couple of guys sat in the doorway, which we didn't really think much of. Anyway, we parked. And there was like a sign on the wall, which we couldn't read.
No, because it was in
started
Italian.
getting out of the car, and first of all, this like badly dressed security guard come over, and he started sort of talking in Italian, and I was trying to get my phone out to do Google. Sorry, English, don't understand. And I'm pretty naff at foreign languages. You tried only, but.
I did, and I did say hello. I did ask for
You didn't in
things.
this. You didn't in this case.
I did say please. I did say thank you. I was very polite, and I did manage it in
Yeah, but you didn't
Italian.
speak to this guy, did you?
I didn't speak to this guy.
So-
Because I was so busy trying to find a parking space.
So basically, then he goes off, and I would like mutter, on your way kind of thing. And next thing, this guy comes over, this short guy, and he sort of looked, he looked the part, I'll say. And he come over, started going, no park. And I said, well, where to park? And kind of thing, doing that pseudo-British we do. And he was going, well, doing all this. Anyway. Waving away. Anyway, I went... no. Anyway, we got into a bit of an argument. I went, no. And we squared up to each other. Next thing, he pulls up his top
T-shirt,
and he's got a gun.
Yeah.
Anyway, to say...
Needless to say, you were like, come on, Cass, we're moving.
We're moving the car. We're going.
So yes, we ended up parking just outside a shop, which was about, 20 yards further up, which was... really?
Anyway, we said to our holiday rep, should we report it the police? That says not until you left the country.
Yeah.
And that's a true story, folks.
It was.
That's a true story.
And that's why he doesn't like Sicily.
I will not. And there was rubbish everywhere.
Oh.
It was a dog hole, wasn't it? It was rough.
We were absolutely disappointed to God knows what, weren't we? It was that we drove round all the countryside and everywhere had fly tipped. I mean, God, we moan about the fly tipping in this country. That's nothing compared to Sicily. Obviously, it's mafia run. They only want designated areas to pick up rubbish.
They don't like tourists, do they?
They don't like tourists, no. But the countryside, at one point, we went up this hill up in the countryside, and there was so much rubbish on both sides, fly tipped, of rubbish bags and old television sets and all sorts, that we ended up having to drive in the middle of the road because that was the only bit that didn't contain rubbish. And it was actually the middle of the road. It wasn't on the left or the right, it was in the middle. So, and that was up a hill. Wasn't particularly safe to do that. There's stray dogs wandering about who, with no houses in sight whatsoever, no owners in sight whatsoever. So we were a bit sort of, what on earth is going on? And some of these were near national parks. So it didn't give a good impression of Sicily at all. It really didn't for us, which we were sorely disappointed at, because the villa itself was outstanding. Villa Plus, the company we booked it with, were absolutely brilliant. The rep that we spoke to was absolutely fantastic, really knowledgeable. So that was the shame of the holiday, was the fly tipping and your encounter with Mr. Mafia.
Yes. So anyway, folks, that comes to the end of this podcast.
It does.
And thank you very much for watching.
Yes.
And thank you very much for listening to our story. That was a true story, by the way.
Yes. Please like.
Subscribe.
It's free.
And share and comment as well, please.
Yeah.
So we'll see you on the
And keep
next...
it polite.
We'll see you on the next one, Podding with Kaz and Dave.
Yes.
Which will come out the following Sunday at 7 o'clock.
Yes. Always Sunday, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, and look out for our Robin Hood's Bay video and also our hotel review video.
Yeah, because this was a lovely hotel.
So we'll see you soon. Try a bit!
Draw a bit.